well, you can't see right now, but that's
My
exactly
first ever like co-cast stuff, like co-streams. If I forget to talk to you, just let me know, man. If I'm talking too much, let me know.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm very excited for all the different.
Okay, Vitality on defense.
Defensive side as well.
Navi on attack.
Show us this whole arsenal, and immediately a sonic sensor thrown
Insta
down.
sensor down so long as they push through the smoke.
You're gonna get through that smoke by flashing. You run through
Look,
on the
now
other
he's too
side.
close for me.
You're gonna be stunned up. Here comes the drop, the stun as well, but the flash has managed to block a bit of vision. Kicks though, still able to get himself a double.
Then they hold over towards long, and he can just tuck into the corner because he's just gonna know if anyone pushes down. It's kind of nice still. They got no map control really. They gotta push this guy along.
A lot to find, but never mind. Sender so low on HP is almost eliminated everybody.
Bro, there's so many crispy IGLs now. Everyone's fragging IGL at the moment.
Done in this scenario, it is going to be that pistol going the way of Vitality, and after a flying start for the side of Kicks and Sender.
Like putting up big numbers. I think Valor's kind of the same way right now.
Yeah, I think you're right as well. It's like the no fragging IGL is slowly dying out.
Such an easy target for him to drop. Those ones for Sender, though, not quite the same. I mean, he went ham. It looked like his bullets were magnetized to heads as they pick up a 1-0 start. Vitality now pick up rifles. And, of course, Navi won't have the same sort of...
Rifles allowed one death in terms of this one as well.
Presumably a 2-0 lead for that defense. You can never count these weapons out.
Oh my
goodness. They can get damage done, and Angel's showing us that runner already dropped.
ALS, by the way, thank you so much for the gifted, bro. I appreciate you.
Pistol in play, and that being towards A, they could recover it. But if they lose any players from here on out, it will start to get costly.
How's the visa situation? Still nothing.
Yeah, still waiting. I could get it any day. I'll probably just fly out the same day.
Deadlock on this map from Tempo from Sweet and Sour, and he definitely had some cool ideas. I think they were actually running it alongside a breach, so you could kind of stun with the grab net, which I think is a nice little idea. But there are a lot of combinations that a lot of teams aren't really going to know how to deal with. You could imagine the Vitality have probably not scrimmed Navi because they knew they were going to be playing against them. So it's whether or not somebody else has been using this in the matches when facing off against Navi. For now, though, off to a flying start. Managing to get an opener around where not much is invested, just a few pistols to try and do some damage. And the rest of what Vitality have is all rifles. So any other players going down is a hefty price to pay.
Pistol up close, sometimes dangerous, but further away is where it claims its victim. This time safe, could be in trouble. A lot of players low.
Bro, you can farm this.
With a Guardian, that rate of fire
3 people one shot.
There's 2 as that smoke emerges.
Everyone in front of him, that's one shot.
Steps heard though. He's backed off. 10 seconds or so for them to get the plant in, and it is going to be secured.
They still got a plant though. That's honestly not too bad. Angel's gonna have his ult for next round. There's a really good eco still.
Claims the round, but it is a costly victory for Vitality.
Yeah, no, a lot of damage done. I said that wasn't a load of SMGs or players with pistols. That was rifles on the majority. So
what's your stance on Deadlock? Underrated or?
Either a risky repurchase into the next, or they're gonna have to play.
I would say underrated, but she's viable.
Okay,
not a bad scenario.
I think this might be her best one.
Yeah, okay. I think the grav net is like very underrated.
Yeah, the range is so big. You always get like surprised.
You can have a lot more combinations, leaving a lot more players blind. Whereas on the other side of things, sure, you're gonna have a lot more.
Vitality definitely has like an advantage here. It's slightly impossible to like get reps against Deadlock. They'll be surprised.
Yeah, it's one of those. The first time you play against it, you're just wrecked, man.
Yeah.
There's something that I know you can do on attack with this as well. I know you can get with Deadlock, you can throw the shield, like the wall, all the way over to the end of showers. So like if you're on attack, you know where you do like the Viper mollies from an after plant? You can throw a wall that like traps people in showers, which is
Combine that with something strike, you know, there's so many things they can do. Like you were saying, Tom, it's going to be those combinations that you're not quite ready for. One of the things that you'll talk about a lot when new agents come out is just they have their belts. We know how that works. It's very easy to see what they can do on their own, but once you add in agent
Madrid actually had no
things
tech
can get
pause.
scary after the
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say it
surprised.
was smooth, dude.
It was very
Little
good.
tech pause in.
Besides the
They,
stage being crazy hot,
Yeah, that
we were
always
sweating out of
happens.
our minds.
Did
That was
they
so good.
did they give you like enough time to warm up these days? Like did it change from like the final?
I think that's definitely
Like on stage?
Yeah, on stage.
No, barely.
Yeah,
Really.
it's savage, man. Well, first
Especially
time
if you're
we
at the
changed
second
stage,
game.
people were angry.
Yeah, especially if you're in the second game, you get like 3 minutes max.
Yeah.
3-5.
Obviously, we're gonna focus on the deadlock because we don't
The only complaint I have is like the PCs and the monitors. They're very bad.
To see him switch over to an agent, which I think
Get FPS lag if there's like big access.
Yeah. My like Zeka and Dens had to play stretch. Like after Heretics, they switched to stretch.
Yeah.
You might as well put him on an agent that allows him to actually be that little bit more aggressive. We even saw it when he played Omen, like he does on Lotus. That was not your stereotypical Omen. That was
I remember first LAN, the Reykjavik LAN, we just stopped playing practices. Like we just wouldn't play practices. Our team was just getting tilted at PCs. Like it just wasn't worth how angry everyone's getting.
In this scenario,
Yeah.
I mean, even just around
It was hard to scrim because of that too. Like
trying to get a little bit of space for runner.
for some reason, with scrim like fresh teams on Frankfurt, it would be so laggy, like crazy laggy. Like bingo-wise, FPS. And then,
it's also worth
like,
mentioning that we
so I say like twice, his account just like got locked mid-scrim.
They haven't changed a thing, and they
For
lost
some
the
reason,
BBL,
he couldn't log in anymore.
They battered in the next two maps. It was just they had a really poor.
Where are you right now, by the way?
When playing
I'm in
against BBL.
Morocco.
Now, BBL
Okay.
are always one of
Is
those
it
teams that they're
Yeah.
difficult to play against. They have a lot of high firepower players. They can also be very aggressive in their stance to a lot of the way they play the map.
What do you think of the games yesterday?
Sometimes it's forgiving, but especially if it's a map you're picking, which
Honestly?
is the case here.
Honestly, I try not to flame on my stream too much. I had a rough time, man.
And it's the same with, like, for example,
I agree.
Xiao playing
It was
I know
pretty bad,
Xiao
bro.
can play any
Especially
agent. There's no doubt in
Giants.
my mind that he will play that to a,
Yeah,
a
Giants,
decent degree,
yeah.
if not a
It
top level
was
degree.
not good at all.
But his initiator, in my opinion,
It was my
is
first
one
time
of the
watching
best
me,
of all, especially when you look
and I
at
tried to
Spain.
be nice.
I don't know if there was a player in the
But
world
some things
who
were a
was
bit
better than him
disappointed,
now.
to be honest.
Nah, man, yeah. First game, I was
When he
just
played
biting my
at
tongue
times,
a
but it's not
lot,
anything I
bro.
think of necessarily
It
playing
wasn't
against,
great.
you know? So to move him off that,
And then even
has
the
to be
Liquid game
reasoning
started off
behind it.
pretty
Now,
bad in
maybe
terms of
it's because
split, but then it
Angel's
picked
just
up a little bit.
gonna throw himself
I mean,
into
Koi was
playing a little
doing.
bit more,
Both
be
teams
that
just had
more
really bad
aggressive
defense
initiator.
split, I felt like.
But I do want to see if
Yeah.
that difference is there,
Second
because
game.
him being passive and alive at the end of the round is
Yeah,
great,
some stuff didn't make sense.
but he also had so much impact with what he can do from the front.
Well, Team Vitality have fixed their issues.
Alright, where's
Their
this
in-ears,
visual
their
going?
Sonic sensors were causing
Blowski,
some
thank you so much,
problems,
Mal.
but now they're ready
Thank
to
you,
roll.
thank you.
And early aggression from this attacking side as they look to spam through the smokes.
Deadlock solo
Deny that
hold
space
on A for a
Vitality took in the
bonus.
previous for free. And with the jump up above the smoke, Zipan has cleanly
They just not
claimed
expect that
first
with the
kill.
smoke?
Vitality on the back foot without their duelist. As we said, there will be some weaknesses. We still see kicks come in on a Sheriff, but they're in pretty fit fighting form on the side of Vitality. Navi obviously fully equipped and
Bro, the
Thrash
buy
is
round
on
after this is gonna be
I think
sick.
the main threat is if
Deadlock
Yeah,
Soul,
yeah.
Brimble.
Annihilation, what it's good
Fish.
for is basically getting you a frag. Like if you can
Yeah,
get a kill on the other side.
Last time we played them, they had some insane set stuff, so it's gonna be a fun map to watch. Thing is, Deadlock on attack, so bad. Like unless
Yeah.
unless you get her to post plant, I feel like she's
Yeah,
not
it's like
good at all.
like a VIP, right? Just get
Yeah,
it into
yeah.
post plant.
Bit of a
Yeah.
disaster.
The sensors
Had to
in
clear it
post
out
plant are
of its
insane,
face,
especially
and
when you
now
put
it's
them on
gonna
the
be cleared out
spike.
further with Orbital Strike called into effect. Sender
Bro, they kind of have no space at the
getting them that
moment.
control as they quickly reclaim Bath, but 1v1 duels elsewhere as Trax is dropped and Heaven now isolated.
30
Kicks
seconds
needs to
left.
make a decision. He falls back to fight, but
And I just
Sheriff in
saved
hand,
them
it
a
wasn't
little bit in
enough.
this.
Sender though, emerging from the smoke for one, safe on another, and that is where the story ends.
That's pretty good damage.
For a couple weaknesses, Vitality still come in. They have one hell of a fight to them. 11 HP on Sagetsu. And there was still only 2 alive for
Bro,
Navi.
I'm
It's
ready
close
for
to
this
start
round,
game.
chat. I'm ready
Yeah,
for
this
this
is fun.
round. Imper, thank you, man. Appreciate the full team.
Two players actually get caught in the net, just from Heaven. You see them hesitant. That's why.
What
it
do you
takes
think
a little
about
bit longer to
Glove?
plant, because they're just crouched to the ground, like,
I honestly
I've gotta
think
reboot, I can't just
really
sit
strong on
waiting
certain
for this to
maps.
carry on for
I
the
think
rest.
in terms of like,
Utility, they're
I'm more
probably
just
not
thinking
gonna
on
be
like
massively
defense.
used
I
to
think there's
playing
some
against, but
cool
they do
stuff you
manage to
could
get
do
themselves
in
around.
terms of like gamble. Like instead of playing like
Deadlock
heavy
Annihilation
fundamentals, just being able
is
to like
online.
gamble and then just having them just
I think
like
it sounds a lot more
anchor a
badass than
site
it is.
late. Like I think there's some cool stuff you
Yeah,
could
it's
do.
alright. I don't think it's amazing.
It's very map dependent. I kind of Icebox is the one for me.
Yeah, I could see it. I think they need a slight buff though. I feel like Omen ability for ability, so is very strong.
Yeah, the flash is just.
Yeah, the flash versus a DK. Definitely. But I like the passive a lot.
Yeah, that's the main thing. The smokes when dead is.
Yeah.
It's something that we'll have to see. Are you guys at least gonna like? How do you approach a new agent? Do you just try it out in scrims for like a day? If you think it's like viable.
Yeah. Well, right now it's like Flow is disabled for like 2-3 weeks. 2-3 weeks because of the bug. But yeah, it's like I think Tyson is like kinda like tense. He's motivated to try it, so we'll give it a few maps. See how it goes.
Yeah.
Definitely fits his playstyle. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say having some freedom's nice.
But now a 2v5 post plant. No nade to work with on Artis, a snake bite for Sugetsu, but the poison orb isn't even on that spike. This is gonna be raw fights. The flash didn't pop in time, and now an orb's gone up for Vitality.
This is a weird first big buy run from Navi, do you not think? Like, kind of went for picks a little bit.
That is a 3-1 scoreline for
Vitality,
and a very strong start. Considering the last few rounds, there's been closer moments. They almost scrapped.
What is the clove bug? It's something like when you pick up a gun after you ult or something.
I think they're trying to like play super like slow, go for pings because of that loss.
Yeah.
He's like kind of holding his wall too, so it's hard to exit.
Had were over on this attacking side when they played up against BBL, but this was one of those rounds where a lot of it I feel was firstly just having knowledge that Zipan likes to try and take that hookah control. That's something that we've seen for quite a while. A lot of the Raze mains will be looking for that pressure, so they had that initial fight for it. But then after that, just an isolated duel 1v1, Shao versus Trex, it's like, gets a little bit easier for them there.
Sugetsu, are you alright, bro? He's gonna attack side outlaw here on
the hero outlaw
that's
is
not something you're gonna see too often.
Interesting.
He can definitely bridge the gap if he can land a couple of shots and being
Viper
Sugetsu, they might
that's what I'm saying.
For Vitality, it's something to be worried about, and the fact that Runner's gone down early, but the trade out for Angel
I think the outlaw is kind of underrated.
They lose a lot of their
I think
utility that
only the Apex teams actually like use it.
Yeah, it's it's like situational, and it could be used for anti. I still think it's like pretty legit to just buy in the fast like 5 rounds just to get them scared, so they have to like buy heavy armor.
I'll give Ardis something to play with.
I think now just with the anti, if you know a team is like buys the outlaw, you just go like eco instantly, like get ready to full buy. That's what happened to us against like Jinji.
The knowledge of his teammate, they know that he's still here, and that takes that orb offline. It means that a little bit of extra space can be taken.
And a nice at the moment, the deadline.
However,
like early info.
Seems like they're a little bit hesitant of what direction they want to go.
Stack the right side.
Here ready and waiting for the defensive side as they finally look to make their push.
This is a little bit scary. Zipan gets a kill and a plant and ult.
This is where Vitality want to commit all too much. Safe up top. He has his flashes, Dizzy back online. But it's the ult that's used. The Thrash thrown out. It won't get a lot of space. They can't capitalize on
that
the back.
spike though.
Punish by Zipan was good, but with 8 seconds left, spike down. They need a miracle to get away with this. And a couple of kills might have given them if they had more time. The clock has run too far down. And so Kicks clutches it out with 0 effort.
Honestly, it's still pretty good. Pretty good eco. The melons, yeah, it was one of like the least worst melons we've seen though. This is we'll just give him like a slice of melon. It wasn't too bad. Why is he peeking there? He heard the guy running behind him. I'm pretty sure, but maybe he could have tucked in.
The rest of the players a little bit further behind Zipan, who ended up just
Rosefawn, thank you so much. Morpheus as well. Thank you, thank you.
Because of it. And well, financially, it's not really too problematic for Vitality whatsoever. The Andaluthia flawless in the previous round is going to leave them with plenty of cash to play with.
They've got the credits for days. Still Annihilation online for Kicks, but when you look at Navi.
Navi been doing this a lot, just wanting to take like Lamp's control and falling back, but they insta re-clear. Right, this is a question mark here, and it's been re-cleared in like what, the first 5 seconds?
Games where he takes himself down.
Yeah.
So
they showed a clip of it in the pre-show.
This whole like, this whole hookah pressure is just getting insta re-cleared every single time. Oof, 21.
Got tagged. He's down to 21, but look at the space taken. That nade.
Still good though. They only waste the DZ for like a double molly.
Use the showstopper here for more. And this could find its mark. It's a player up close. No, he goes the wrong way.
Bro, he has no idea.
Does well. They've actually got
Chow his ult. Kicks his ult. Send it one away from ult. There's so much of them.
Navi are forced way back.
Where's that one going?
Trying to find something with the
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Maybe able to catch on to Artis. I don't think it has. He's going to be able to hold on to that position. Clearing him would have been huge. Now in this 2v3 scenario, it's definitely not getting
I might
easier.
catch Artis.
Retrieving.
Bro, it's so close.
Yeah, looks like it.
Low and safe. Desperately trying to isolate this. The problem is they need to get someone onto that spike and onto it soon. And actually, they're going to use the orbital strike. Navi just wanting to make sure they confirm this round. Didn't really seem like there was much of a chance, but it's understandable with how far away some of the players were.
Hey,
All the ult used as well.
The numbers game, I think that's worthwhile for the side of Vitality. Safe could have went TP, just got out of there, and
wait, wasn't that a waste of a Brimo?
He taps that spike, trying to bait them into either dying to the spike, taking a fight against him, or, as I think was best case scenario, getting rid of that orbital strike. That's huge. It opens up so many little angles on the map that they would be hesitant to take, knowing that they have that as a reaction. Instead now, the cost of a round that was already basically lost, taking a big ultimate out of their hands. Viper's Pit, though, online for Navi. That could certainly still claim them site control, but with an orbital strike of their own, Vitality could fight right back. An interesting crossroad in the map. With
I like this whole smoke. If they have to force through, they get hit by the trip.
They've already destroyed the sensor. And Angel with the double opener. We talked about how aggressive he can be.
Bro, this is fragging, man.
Like a quasi-duelist for the team. He's not going to be able to.
Angel just doing angel things.
Holy. He always has this maps where he's just the best player in the server.
Yeah, the confidence is just, it's unmatched, dude. No matter how many times he'll like feed fast death, he'll still just have the same confidence next map.
I respect it. As long as it's not on controllers. I remember he's like, that one Ascent game. Time ago.
Bro, the one with about when they had CNET in their team.
He has that time. I mean, it's.
Or more recent.
I think so.
Yeah.
But for Safe, being able to
he had like 14 first fights.
That chance is slipping away as he clears these angles and finds no enemies, no attackers. Now it's open combat. He has no idea where they're going to swing from. And now he does. Information coming a little too late. Navi push up to 3.
I'm impressed they managed to break through the showers thing there. I kind of like the trip behind smokes. But you ever try and force through? It's pretty good. They kind of literally dealt with it so easy.
And then Zipan instantly swings to kill the player. Like just nice little bit of timing coming out of Navi. But also, this is again, it's the good and bad of Angel.
Yeah,
like, you're going to see him go down early in a lot of rounds, but you're also going to see rounds like that. Just full sprint, takes down 2. I think maybe even he's a little bit surprised about how
Angel's
much he
just
just
a
got away
beast,
with there.
man. What can we say?
Sits top of the ball for his team. Navi climbing back. As I said, versus BBL, what they really struggled with was those attacking side rounds. They only managed to get 4. Well, they're already 75% of the way there.
Facing off against Pistols. Real chance to at least match the record. And for Navi, I like what they've been doing. There's a lot of these attack rounds that just play out as defaults. Sometimes they haven't been winning the opening duels, but you know, these things can often come down to coin flips. You run that round again, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I like that they're setting themselves up so they always have a fallback. The rounds where they went hookah, lost a player, rotate back to A. This time, a minute on the clock, they're making the call with a minute 10 or so. And they're going to go towards the B side. Full stack up. Flash
I was going to say with Deadlock, they could just stack this a lot heavier.
And it's actually got the rotations underway, but they will be arriving a little bit late to the party. Let's see if these players
oh boy,
can
this
hold
is
on
scary.
to control. A good start from Safe, though. This actually might buy time for the full rotations by the time they make it out. And Navi, if they don't second guess hitting this site, they could be in a lot of trouble.
Bro, the Deadlock util, I'm telling you, it's kind of nice.
Delay utility available. That's the one thing they did have in this round. Nice. Unfortunately, they do not have the weaponry. Kix is going to get one for free with the bullets running out, but there's nothing.
Dealt with it well. I was nervous for a little bit when they killed the fast pass and the wall was still up.
Born call, you said, yeah?
Born called.
But look, at 4-4, Navi have done incredible.
The GravNet, yeah, it's a good like heavy shutdown.
Vitality were off to a flying start, 3-1 on the back of a flawless round. They had all the credits to work with. They had ultis coming online first, but we're neck and neck on a side that Navi have struggled on previously. They've got to be feeling confident, happy, and with a lot of credits in their back pocket, they've got at least one more buy as a buffer, probably two. Last stage of this half is going to be Vitality struggling to regain control. Viper's Pit and Thrash.
They're going to struggle to get out through choke points.
In the previous rounds, Navi have had the
oh, this is a big round.
Economy. Now it's Vitality's turn, and that was a risk.
Showstopper went away as well. Artist looking to take that fight.
Bro, what is this double entry? 2 big buy rounds. Angel gets a double entry. Artist gets a double entry.
Rather than a
wow.
Man, I feel sorry for Vitality, dude. That's like back-to-back buy rounds. That's what can you do, man?
And look where he is.
Yeah, just getting outdueled.
Yeah, pretty much.
He is beckoning them forth.
He's got a pop flash. What do you mean? He's getting ready.
Of course.
If that killed him. A little bit close.
Artist, I told you to get back.
Of course.
Did you prac many of the EMEA teams when you were here?
You know that if he died, Angel
yeah,
would
have won.
Your fault.
Yeah.
We screamed like most franchise teams, I think.
You're in the smoke.
But wow, what is looking like
like Fnatic, Navi, Vitality, BBL,
down to this.
Food,
Looking like a unit. The entries as well from Artists, like he might not be on the duel list, but again, they have so many players that it was sort of mentioned by Salah again that they have anybody.
Yeah, some of the tier 2 teams are actually pretty good.
Like well.
I don't know what they're like. The pracs like in Americas with tier 2 teams, but a lot of the time when I was in a team, like just pracking the tier 2 teams was just kind of fine for a little bit. Like even Fnatic would just not play any like top teams, just prac against the tier 2 teams. I used to love them.
Yeah, that's what we did for kickoff. We just split tier 2 teams. I mean, we have Emiri, Oxygen.
Yeah, you guys have good. Moist as well.
Moist. Yeah, Moist. The other tier 2 teams are pretty good too.
We saw the abilities, and we're having a conversation, and the first thing you said was Angel. Like, he's gonna love this. We're all talking, we're like, yeah, that's crazy. That's so funny. It's literally him. And then the devs were like, yeah, obviously we thought a lot about players like Angel. It's like, of course you did.
I actually spoke to, well, the dev that said that, the after party, and he said, yeah, I'm memeing. Like, he was like, I knew people wanted to hear that.
Will Minibu play? Yeah.
I appreciate it. I like that he's pandering to the community, but it does seem like an agent that will fit him. But
what they said in their, video. JohnQT still in Morocco? Yeah.
Another initiator, but that initiator is also playing that aggressively. They're both just taking fights, going toe-to-toe with the Vitality players, and right now they're losing a lot of those battles. I think this is a good time to take a pause. Like, you're going in, you've got 3 ultimates online, ones that are all high impact as well, in the form of Thrash, Viper's Pit, and a Showstopper. Runner's got off to a bit of a quiet start, which is not too characteristic of him.
Do they go aggro? Is it too obvious?
On the board. And especially for the attacking half, you really need him online.
Bro, they don't have enough rounds. Sure. Like, surely. He's gonna be
hard. They had to get like 8 minimum.
Yeah. Unless they got some like nice fast strats, I guess that you could do, but.
Near that score line he's
yeah, definitely with the net, there's some cool stuff.
The ult won't affect it. Trex though has been spotted. And that is a
so they get him run down.
The flash through revealed and gave them an iota of where he might be, and they just dive right down on top. Bet you wish there was a deadlock trap
oh my god.
They can't win. They can't win the duels on sites. They're just getting overwhelmed too much.
Eventually we'll play it safe. Little bro may even find him within. They know exactly where he was. Send it in, shoot it because he was
Jesus, bro, looks crispy.
Every shot placed in front of him. Finally. Well, this time Runner isn't down, but
it is Navi's map at least.
And a 1v4 turned 3.
Dude, I think they have to do something aggro. They've got so many ults. It might be too obvious is the issue.
No real opportunity for them to use this Showstopper, and that's the thing that's a bit frustrating. I feel like they had the utility to try and get back into this round, but they wanted to play ahead of it. They wanted to play aggressive. I don't think you can do that versus Navi.
No, it's probably not the squad for it. And I see what you mean. You know,
it's a map pick, Copium. I mean, sometimes it's
you have your pit to retake some space. There's a lot. Well,
damn, dude.
It's also incredible for Zipan to have that kind of precision moves.
They're making the Gecko look pretty legit in terms of Navi.
Knew exactly what was going on. Good read. Full read on the situation, and maybe that's thanks to Angel.
Yeah, they're going aggro, right? Raise ult. Ollie on the right to make sure that people don't push, but it's got the perfect agent, man.
Had to be fired off.
Nicely done from Ardis holding this. The most devastating way to lose your ult, so. You can't do that against KOs though. Do you have like strict rules like this where it's just like you can't, like all the fast strats that you might have, you just can't call it if it's a KO, you just wait till it's dead or situational.
Yeah, 100%.
Is a bad call from them.
Now for Navi, they've decided to retake the space.
KO is definitely still like one of the most broken.
I feel like
it's really strong.
There's like so off barrier, like unbreakable knives. You just can't do nothing about it. You just try to lose around.
Right after. It should be an easy trade. In fact, the flash will give it away. It might just get runner ready to swing. In fact, they've fallen back, giving up the space, focused on Zipan.
Damn, bro, got 3
in this round. He's shown up and just in time.
Yeah, imagine they still lose
this. Navi are running away with the game, and now at 6-4, finally there's some fight in the defenders. Up goes Ardis and down right
that
after
was
6-5.
solid on site.
God, what a round from runner. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, I think KO, I mean, it's like double initiator is really strong at the moment. I feel like the KO Gecko is like sick. You don't have like the hard info, but it's like the kind of double soft info is pretty strong. And it's just rechargeable, so it's like you still get the same amount of info, to be honest.
Yeah. Definitely gonna see more of that when the Viper nerfs hits.
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like a lot of teams don't have a good like KO. I don't think there's like a lot of good KOs, KO players, so like, people tend to not play it.
I am curious
how they're
going to get things over the line. I think that actually getting this level at 6-6 is
Zipan one away as well. Visual. Deadlock ult.
My main thought in it is
Cat is so wrecked, man. 5 rounds with a deadlock, unless they have like really sick fast strats that Navi can't deal with, you would imagine this map is done.
Next round, for now, the final of the half, an operator in the hands of runner, but the same for Angel.
Of course, and Ardis.
Naturally. Ardis makes sense.
Cool.
Angel, a little bit different.
You say that to his
How many times has Navi got the first kill, by the way? It feels so much.
Say that to him in the post-match interview.
Navi are like dominating fast kills in this map, at least on the big buy rounds.
So just the one up on the way through. They've traded out safe to start with, so that flash that they've been using on A for Vitality won't be in play, and I think they're just going for a retake.
Hopefully we get a deadlock ult kill here.
They haven't got the manpower. They stack B, and now they'll give
up this 1 kill away from ult.
Being the idea.
They don't currently have much. Annihilation is available, which if it can pick off one player, that could work, but never mind. Sugetsu's been caught from behind anyway. Not having much. The problem is it might be about to switch positions. Rifle pick back up. Nice shots out of Angel.
Oh man.
Leave things down into this 2v2 scenario. Coming in from different positions. Trex looking to make his way through all of the utility. Molotov available for Shao. This is the thing. Him in the post plant's always going to be dead.
5 is definitely not enough.
Yeah, not at all.
Unless they just have some crazy rounds.
Yeah, unless they got some unreal fast strats and Navi can't adapt, I think.
As they win themselves the final round of the half.
Well, considering the situation,
I like the fast strats won't work against KO too, so
that's
Navi have done one hell of a job in recovering that. You spoke about their attack side struggles before, Tom.
Yep.
I think they've done enough to make up for that in our minds, especially considering they're 7-5 having lost the pistol. Very strong half from them, and now they move to their defense where, like you say, I'm not too certain that Vitality have a comp that you would describe as built for the attack.
Yeah, I think that especially again, like going back to Deadlock, there's combinations that you can run, like especially with the grab net. Like if you're gonna hit someone with it, have a nade combo. But again, I feel like a lot of that is easier on your defense. Like if they're running through a choke, you hit them with it, and then there's something else coming in. A lot of the time with the defensive side, you'd have to have a specific player in mind to pick out. So I am gonna have Safe and Runner again. They're the focal points. They're the players I'm looking at to do a lot of the work, because having a Viper and a Deadlock, well, you're going to have some pretty heavy lurks, I'd imagine.
Man, I would hate to be runner in this team. Like when you just know that you have to just send it out and make all the space. No one else that can kind of really go with you. Hey, that's nice though. That was kind of nice.
Another triple for him, showing up here and now, and giving Vitality a second lease of life in this pistol.
At least like the whole bomb site would be nuked. Though.
Yeah, that's true. Could have a really good time, I guess.
Any information on Xiao and Artis?
They really need this pistol.
Quite a combination to try to take down.
This is almost going to be a game of chance, because Vitality, the reason they're taking so much time is because, of course, they will have had the expectation that maybe somebody will have rotated over. And for the side of Navi, they're slowly
like this from Navi. They're here very early. They're expecting it though, right? Smoked off already.
So that's definitely an angle that they're going to want to
Xiao has 3 smokes.
Especially now with the knife coming out of it. Both players caught. That gives Artis enough info that there isn't.
They're going to play off site and he can just do both smokes and smoke the spike.
And while they're trying to
Oh no. He can literally smoke.
Spot where Xiao is.
Look at the plant position though. I mean, it's not like you can stop them from spawn. They have a nade online for the side of Vitality that could maybe push them off that defuse, and Navi are taking a while to claim the space. This could be a little bit awkward. Let's hope that nade is well placed. It's enough to force them out, but now they know exactly where Runner is. His 4th kill already locked in, but the defuse is underway, and the smoke will obscure his vision. Good connection. And now he knows it's being stuck again.
The reposition, bro. The reposition was so good.
The pistol goes to Navi. And the ace
that's so
gutting from under Runner's nose.
Yeah,
dude's retaking the site and says 3 smokes ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
That's the thing with him playing this Brim. Is like, he is such a safe pair of hands. Like you saw in the post just around fire. This grab net was unbelievable, by the way.
Yeah.
Both players just had to sit there like they were a turret. They turned into a KJ turret for a little bit, just sitting on the ground and left them vulnerable to all of the utility. You're seeing the assist.
Don't push the smoke there. I mean, the comms probably came in with the damage done, so he just knew like what, 1 body shot.
Come on now. You're going to see again investment.
Good thing that you were going to hit it.
A pistol for Angel, even a judge. For the other side of things, okay, they're able to get a few pistols on the board and attempt to try and do some damage. We've seen them be talented with these guns. It's just, can they make this costly enough? Because now Navi have a chance to really springboard themselves into this map.
This is it. Yeah, that pistol represents.
I saw people talking about this wall. I got tagged in something about this wall, where it's like this wall does the same thing as the normal wall. Don't have to use the smoke.
Maybe not to finish, but 1 rifle dropped is nothing. They can claim that back. Another though, and it starts to get a little bit risky. Angel on his way in, but he's only got a ghost, and they can isolate.
They do this
fight.
wall
Not
on
a very
Byron.
one for him. And Trex has even picked up against it. This is getting very scary.
Damn, that got close.
Finally, the scares subside, but
I wonder if they bring out this wall in Byron's.
Do
you see like the FPX buy for
Ecos? He was able to get there in time, but still.
The Ecos,
the like
anti-Ecos? Yeah.
So they might be able to drop one over, and then the other 2 players
they've been doing this for a long time. It's just so good. It's just, this means that this buy is normally legit.
I think we're seeing more and more the effectiveness of that grab net.
They want to, dude, I'm telling you, they won Copenhagen off that kind of stuff. Like back in the day, just because they were just converting so many 3rd rounds.
A must-win round for Vitality. Like, you're coming up against 3 rifles. Okay, Artis with a pistol is no slouch. Neither is.
I don't see anyone else do it nowadays, though, besides them.
Yeah, I think it's genuinely actually pretty hard, because we used to try and do it, and we just got wrecked so many times. Like, we would just lose too many guns. Like, it needs pretty good discipline, and just everyone to be like, to understand their role and not overface. That wasn't massively our style. We like to overface.
They're not committing to the early bit of map control they claim.
I kind of like it. There's a lot of different methods at the moment for how to approach that round. Cool. It's relatively open.
Yeah, that's one teams that like bring a judge and they like switch it around.
They know there's someone else there. Vitality steamrolling this round. They shouldn't expect Angel. 3 players pushed up like that? Yeah, your knife out going into this fight and a chance for more. Angel's picked 2. They're back in the round. And Xiao's on his way, but Angel doesn't care. The flash gives him a bit of space. The Mosh will
surely
stop
not
claiming the spike for at least a moment longer, even stopping them from
surely not.
Safe step 2.
They got a TP, man. It's a close 2v2. Dude, every time I look at Xiao, he's always got a smoke. He can smoke this off.
He's so quick, having already been in spawn. He gives it away with the molly, and it lands.
Does he want to smoke this off? His mate TP'd.
Oh my god.
Dude. What? No way, man. There is no way.
That's my frag idea.
Bro, that's mad, man.
That's insane.
When this guy is on, he is on.
He is.
It is the frag and IGLs, man. This is your fault.
What was that? I mean, here, catch him by surprise. Catch him by surprise. Okay.
When he's on,
He's 5, right?
because he's like, he takes all the fights all the time.
That is silly.
And when he's on, like, he's like the best player out there.
Yeah, he's scary, man. The confidence is too much, dude.
I think I made exactly. Yeah. 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 There's not much else to say. Safe. These things happen to the best of us. Talk about not being familiar with.
I'm telling you, they're big Byrons, man. They've been getting wrecked.
Maybe he needs to run against a few more games.
Like normally by one individual or just like duels essentially.
34 years old.
Yeah.
When does it stop? Oh god. Talk about talented players. Angel has taken the biscuit today.
Yeah, I mean they gotta win this round.
Surprised we almost had to pause after that to calm down.
Man, their only chance of winning this was to get that round really. I mean they can still win this round, but
yes,
the way they lost that round
with a 2v5
was completely just the fights versus
Oi,
Angel.
that is nice.
That's what we wanted to see.
That is
Grab
nice.
net in play. Angel's still around though. They might even just showstopper him. No, never mind. He's still kicking.
It doesn't matter, bro. Angel's just too good.
Phenomenal game. Got himself the ultimate online kicks, looking to try and respond. Been spotted. It's going to be the flash to try and help Xiao get the kill, but Angel's doing it all.
Can't lose a duel. Okay, that's my bad.
2 rounds, finally, he's been put
But I mean,
in the
still,
grave.
he's done it. He's done. Damn, man.
Talk about combos.
The util dump is crazy, dude. He's unstoppable.
They're running away with this.
I'm actually surprised he died. I already thought he would 4K.
Dude, I was saying it on stream, man. I was just like, he doesn't lose a duel. And he just swings into it.
It actually does into it. To Angel going crazy.
Katie Lupin, thank you, man, with the prime. Appreciate you.
We respect as individuals. He's making it look easy.
What's he on, chat? Like, what's it?
There's a lot of players
Like score-wise, not like drug-wise. What's he on, man? He's popping.
For example, there's been talks about people like
Pete, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Thank you.
The fact is with Angel, it's different.
19 to 5? Bro. They actually 19 to 5?
Like this, where no one could do anything because he's just playing such a ridiculously aggressive style that it's hard to play against. Or there was a clip from Kickoff where he ran through a smoke with a spike and instantly died on Breeze. Yeah. Those are the two sides. And unfortunately for Vitality, for the last like few rounds, they've been going, yeah, I'm going on black this time. And every time it's hit green. Like
19 to 9? Okay, that makes more sense.
Killed you. It is just absurd what he's currently doing in this matchup. And you have to be
19 to 10.
Vitality that they got Angel on this day.
Jesus.
Yeah, right. You really hit the RNG poorly. Maybe this is Navi's new system.
Without having frag and heavy though, I kind of like a lot of their Gecko usage.
I like how do you, bro?
Like, especially on attack as well, they were taking map control for free with just like Dizzy.
Yeah.
I think if you don't, I think like the Gecko works so well against EMEA teams who don't want to like fight for map control as much. Like you just get so much free map control with one Dizzy.
And it looks like we've got a Cocoon. It's Artist that's being caught, taken away, and well, he will not be.
Throwing around Dizzy and Wingman just guarantees you so much space.
Yeah.
Kicks has done well, but
and then you get it back in 10 seconds.
And unfortunately gets nothing. It's used preemptively, thinking the push was on its way. The wrap around from Zipan. Oh, barely missing the pixel of Kix's head.
They're way too confident.
Used,
they're way too confident. Ketsu has a charge on site.
The A site plant is the objective. How much can Trex do, or can he slip out alive? It looks like the answer.
Dave has no wingman,
to the latter question, the answer is yes.
At least they can get an upgrade.
And the plant will be secured with a post-plant Viper's Pit available, and I presume about to be used, especially with safes.
Angel, no wingman for the defuse either.
Doesn't look like it though.
No smoke, no vision block. Should be ready to
I
go.
guess just so wary to be caught with that ultimate in hand that it might not necessarily be worth the risk.
I saw people talking about this. See this attack Viper wall? I know that they're only using it for like E-clones, but I saw people talking about how it has like a similar effect and you just can save your smoke. I think it has some legs, but I'm not sure it's like as good as people think.
Trank's just trying to hide on the edge of the poison orb, but eventually he's going to have to move. Doesn't have the utility to play with, just hoping he can get something off the spam. It's already tough.
It's hard. It's definitely harder to get to lamp with that. Like,
there was no letting go of that diffusal. He
kind of just like facing through your wall.
Yeah,
once again, Navi, they're going to clutch out this round 12 and 5.
Can I pin?
As we mentioned, it was
your cool comment in YouTube chat. Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
On
The
after
economy
I
was
pin.
stacked for Vitality.
Angel Legacy
It
game.
wasn't like they make one mistake, you trip, you stumble, and you fall. No, you trip, you stand back up straight, they knock you back on your ass immediately.
I definitely think they need to nerf
like
trash.
Said, just sticking it. When Angel's 21 and 10, and
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's like the next thing to get nerfed after maybe like a Viper tweak.
And he got it, man. Angel is
I think the fact that like
I
you
think
can
I heard him
ult,
earlier, right? In one of
let's
the
say you
replays,
detain
I'm full
2,
cheating.
you kill them, you get 2 orbs, then you can pick up your ult again.
Yeah.
And you can get more orbs. Like very small.
Yeah, it's just a bit too much. Like every game I watch at Gecko, if like a team is winning, you get like 3 pretty much guaranteed and a half, and that's way too much.
Yeah.
Even if they're not like game planning picking up orbs, they'll just be from fragging.
And find out your flaws.
I think we like 90% of the time we get our ult like first gun round, like bonus.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of it came down to that defense. We didn't really
And that stuff just matters so much. That's like half the game.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that molly? What's this molly on the roof?
The other won the fight and is 34 years old.
Orbital struck back. Okay, backwards. I thought they were going to be firing out into Angel. He was about to get another 3K, but it just delays a little bit of time.
Yeah, they've still got that Viper's Pit. Might be able to use that to try and drop out of Hookah. With a little bit of extra space.
Roof cleared.
They also have the Thrash to try and take themselves a little bit of extra space.
Oh, hey, that's kind of nice. Throw this over towards here so they can't insta-flood and then they're trapped on site.
On the edge, so is Xiao. Just looking for anybody. Angel's been cleared. That's something, but they haven't spotted Xiao somehow. Trek still manages to win that duel. Leaving it into a 3v4 scenario. Trek's in trouble, taking a lot of damage.
I tell you what, I kind of like this hit. I did like this site hit. If you take away the molly and the molly actually hits and it goes back a site, it's pretty nice.
They try and push through. Zipan and Sugetsu, well, they're going to fall as well. A great flash coming out of safe. Can Sugetsu make this costly? Can he get some orbs?
Looks like he's just going to be hightailing this.
Chat, do they try and combo it with a knife, with a net back of sight? It's a good combo. But I'm pretty sure the net hit the floor and then the molly was here.
Success found leaves 12 to 6 on the scoreline. Half the score of Navi. It's still quite a path back. But there's a way developing in front of them. Now the Thrash, as we see end of round, was still online for safe, but that was because he picked it back up. So that won't be there to work with. The only ultimate online for the next round is in Vitality's hand. It's Senders, and it's the Orbital Strike.
Alright, we'll slowly count it down. 6
Also,
chances.
when you see that Orbital Strike, Tom, you're going to move towards the A site with it. And I feel like for Vitality, this isn't somewhere they want to sit back and use those ults later. You probably want to just come out, off rip, pop it in, and try to get some momentum going.
Molly off the wall to go over towards showers.
Sugetsu as well. Viper operator. He's not necessarily the player I would have expected to pick up
Bro,
this gun, but
Safe is missing a lot of util, right?
Some more aggressive positions. Like we've seen a lot of the combos.
That's back to back of Molly missed and then Dizzy missed. I mean, then Wingman missed.
I think he was on top of the truck. That's the only thing I can.
Guy can shoot though.
Safe. It's just absurd. Like taps his little buddy to get them back into position. Zipan's going to be able to find one, but he's desperately low, and Kicks will be quick to trade.
Did Angel have Dizzy there?
In these clutch scenarios, Navi have been problematic.
I'm not sure. Too busy talking about Safe messing up his util. Back-to-back rounds, he missed a molly and then he missed Wingman.
A third kill in this round, and the Heaven Control that we spotted is going to be given up as Sugetsu decides to back on out.
You definitely need lineups, even for the Dizzy. Like all our teams now are becoming better with that. Where they have like a like a set way of throwing dizzy, where it always like
bounces back.
Yeah.
It's a proper nerd agent, man, honestly.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. But the thing is, that was a big round from Safe, and that's the
Who's like the main nerd in your team for like lineups?
Bait them in and find
You.
both kills. It's just a
Drew.
huge little
Okay,
piece
yeah.
of
Ours is
individual
coach. Yeah,
prowess.
he does the most lineups.
They were ready for what has been an aggressive defensive side from Darta's Vincere, and well, now 5 rounds. Still,
It also comes for I mean,
to get themselves to overtime.
sometimes like the ideas,
What was a big
like
streak
they're from the players.
other than
You
the
just
one
don't want
prolific
the
round 11.
like kind of finds it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
The question is, do they sort of have the stones to take over the line? And we're actually going to see that operator now switch over into Zipan.
5 chances. It's getting lower.
When it came to
Where we at? Zipan off. Money's low. They would have to do another eco. Bring it to 3. They go Brim all. I mean, maybe let's see what the op gets
I
here.
don't think a shot was fired off. Definitely not when he was saving it. And not here starting out the round for Zipan.
Yeah, this molly is nice.
By the snake bite that came through the roof up top. In comes the wingman. Zipan will avoid him. And you know that player wants to go back and claim him again. Safe.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Hey,
that was nice though. Wait, this was nice. Their attack side's actually pretty good. Yeah, the overwhelm is strong.
And this 13th round will evade Navi once more, short of heroics from this man. Not heroics we've never seen.
They got some nice overwhelm stuff, honestly.
Ones I don't think he's even going for.
Yeah.
Spawn, and presumably a save will be called after
they just drop the ball on defense hard.
Yeah.
Like,
surprised.
then lost pistol.
See them go for this, especially in a 1v5 where
Have you seen players that are playing against? You've seen players that are playing against the Gecko. Like if the wingman tags onto them, they just start like running away, so it's like really far away for them to pick up.
Oh god.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That was pretty smart.
Yeah, I've seen people doing it. It's pretty smart.
Flawless in the end for Vitality as they continue that climb. But
yeah, that wingman stun's not like
it misses a lot. You can sidestep it like all the time if you're close.
Those angles in a lot of the aggressive positions and make things a little bit more
this is a nice hit. That's a nice hit, man. I'm telling you, the sight hits are really good. The GravNet is underrated.
It leaves Zipan completely isolated, and that's why you see Safe so confident to actually swing in here.
Force them down to an eco.
That momentum that was read by Vitality earlier on.
Plus, I want to say, bro, he's the one that brought up that he couldn't stun. I was just agreeing with him.
They had 7 chances to close it out. Now they have 4.
Catastrophic, thank you so much for the prime, bro. Appreciate you. And Lucken as well. Lucken3, thank you so much.
If you're Navi in this moment, one of the key things you've got to be aware of is the ult economy for Vitality. 3 big ultimates online. They might dump them all into one round if they make a mistake, but probably that means you're going to be facing ult after ult in round after round.
Anyone after this match? Yeah, we've got Fnatic Heretics.
To what you're facing off against, but at the same time, maybe Navi are just going to resort to a strategy of sending Angel out to kill everyone.
GravNet, yeah, dude, GravNet is super underrated. You can combo with a lot.
Yeah, the only worry is it does work until it doesn't. And that's
Double judge. This is my kind of round.
Take a risk. Go for something silly, gamble. But I also think the problems they're having is
that gun is still somehow like underused.
Dude,
with the other.
I'm telling you, Clove is a judge on defense agent.
He's now 17 and 14.
Smokes for yourself the refresh. You get a heal. You get some movement speed. Like I would be using that like a lot of times of shotguns, Bucky, Judge.
I had a round in ring where I had the overheal. I was like untouchable. Throwing the judge.
Instead, but Vitality are going to be avoiding all of those shenanigans on B. Instead, looking at the A site, Orbs just being claimed. Zipan just one away from the showstopper, so that's online for next round. Thrash will be there too. The buy round out of Navi will pack a punch.
The spread is very big.
Now though, not so much. What? Okay, Angel has used Thrash.
Yeah, why is Angel used his ult, bro?
He's found nothing with it. Now he's stuck in a long-range fight. At least he's got a rifle. But stuck in a long-range fight, trapped inside a TP with
on an eco 4v5?
Limited to say the least. Looks like Sagetsu might grab at least.
Wait, what judge skin is that? That's kind of nice.
Suboptimal to say the least.
They baited the hell out of him with the sensor. I love it. just basically put him in a position. And while they are isolating all of these Jaws, it's going to be the one kill coming out from
Damn, what is this? This is my first ever... What is this?
Vitality, and I like it. They've got a lot of little
Emco, thank you so much. With teams,
which
teams have a strong bind you can study?
To bring this back to overtime.
Strong bind.
They didn't use any of their ultimates there. In fact, as you said, the only one
honestly,
used was by Angel.
Heretics' bind looks pretty good. If you're going for fundamentals, Fnatic's bind, Sentinel's bind looks pretty good in terms of like being up to date. Like the Sentinels one is probably pretty legit as well. Demko, thank you for doing that. That's my first ever, I don't know what it's called on YouTube.
They're just exiting A till they lose.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I just think that their combos are pretty strong, man. I think it works. They've been winning sites. This is the scary thing, man. When you're losing sites and you have like 3 people there, it's not a good sign.
And it will be Thrash used right off rip, and in fact, Zipban
4 people there, knife goes in. Oh, this is actually looking pretty good.
Orbital strike down
Ember?
space.
Embers. Thank you so much for that, Demko, by the way. But this might be it.
But Kix is caught. This is pure chaos with another showstopper thrown through. Navi, I mean, they've fallen back. They've given the space. They've allowed these
yeah, they're
ultimates
super
to fall
low.
flat,
Ults have gone.
And now they've got to
No
retake
plan.
on more even ground.
Got a huge HP advantage as well. Like a lot of the damage has actually been done onto the Vitality side.
It kind of all comes down to this fight.
Legs flash over the top.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't even matter. Now they have to focus on site. The Getsu just secured this.
Some of those post plants, but he doesn't have any utility to play with. Sender will at least
Whoa.
land himself a shot. Trex has found another.
That should be the security.
It's going to be left.
The Getsu has smoke for Spike.
Still has a molly to play with.
Oh.
To try and slow them down that
Wait, he did not look confident.
They should be able to get this one to half, however. In fact,
but that's gonna mess up this round.
It's not gonna land in time. It's just
That's OG. He did not look confident with that lineup. He was like, was it here? Was it here?
Didn't even land. We didn't need to land a slow-mo at the end, but it is a